So what we were talking about, before I actually pressed record was Elon Musk and his I don't even want to his acquisition of Twitter and his immediate running into the ground of Twitter. In fact, rest in peace. Twitter has been trending for at least the last 3-4 days. After he kicked out all the employees, told them come back Monday, but then told him anyone who can fix. I don't know what the issue was. He said anybody who can fix it, come to the 10th floor and immediately. And it was like, well, how are they gonna come to the 10th floor if you fucking told everybody go home and don't come back?
I think he just broke.
See, I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, it's just Twitter's going down, man.
Yeah, hey, he just opened the door for somebody to just come in and just snatch all this shit up.
Nah, I mean, it's just gonna get replaced by something else.
Exactly.
I honestly didn't know that Twitter isn't as big of a social media network as we think it is.
It's not.
It's actually behind Facebook, definitely behind Facebook, Instagram,
which is Facebook,
TikTok. Like they have like at least 1 to 2 billion active users per month.
I think older people.
Twitter has like 200 million. And you might say, 200 million is a lot, but then when you look at even Pinterest has more active users than Twitter.
True.
And I never knew that. And it was just like, wow, that's crazy.
I didn't know Pinterest was such a huge social media platform until my daughter sneaks and my 11-year-old sneaks and makes a profile on it.
On Pinterest?
On Pinterest and chatting with people. I'm like, wait a minute.
I didn't know you could do that.
I didn't know you could do that. Right? I'm on Pinterest.
How do you use it?
Just like
use Pinterest?
It look like you just grab pictures and add it to your shit.
It's used just like Facebook.
Is it?
Yes. You could post pictures, but what it is, you have to have like a certain niche. So let's say you have a subject, and you can post pictures on the subject.
Okay.
Basically, to give people ideas and stuff. That's what I use Pinterest for. But I didn't know you could do all of that.
Now these kids
sliding DMs on Pinterest.
What?
Yeah.
Catch a body.
Catch a body on Pinterest. I thought it was just for like more like a vision board type.
No, it's a whole social media website.
I swear I never knew that. Like I made a Pinterest in like 2010.
Right.
And all I use it for is to find pictures.
Yeah.
That's all I thought it was for. Like you pin up pictures.
Find ideas, recipes, whatever. I'm going to start posting recipes on there. Screw it.
On Pinterest?
Absolutely.
Might as well.
Yeah.
But with him, running Twitter into the ground, basically, it just goes back to, at one point everybody thought that Elon Musk was like the next Tony Stark or the real life Tony Stark. In all honesty, he's just, a rich motherfucker who buys shit and, for the most part, outside of Teslas, he did fuck those up. Yeah. But he pretty much fucks up every company he buys.
But I think that Twitter shit is personal.
I think he felt as though he could buy Twitter, and do, what he wants, but didn't fully understand what it was, what it took to run Twitter.
Give a fuck.
He doesn't care.
It's not that he don't. I don't say no. If you've gone out and borrowed $44 billion to buy some shit, you give a fuck. I just think he felt as though he could run it one way, and that's not the way it's supposed to run.
I think it's personal. I think there's somebody in there must have said something.
Man,
Tesla or some shit.
Nah,
held that shit against
his beef with Twitter is years long. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He felt as though y'all are shutting down free speech and too much censorship and shit. But then when he got on there, somebody said some shit. Yeah.
What free speech means to South Africa?
Is he really South African? Yeah. I did not know that.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like everybody says, he's a genius. It's like his daddy owned a fucking diamond mine. Come on, man.
And he's on he's on the spectrum too.
That motherfucker ain't on the spectrum.
He like Asperger's or autism.
No, the fuck he's not.
Yeah.
It's
true.
All right.
You don't think so?
Is that something he typed up and said?
No, that's a fact.
All right.
That's a fact.
You know what?
All right.
When I think of Elon buying Twitter, I think of that line that Alfred gave to Batman.
Some men just want to watch the world burn.
Yeah, I think
It's somewhat. I
think it's some true truth to that. I think it's all about design.
Yeah, I think he just want that shit to burn.
Yep.
I mean, you could say that, and it's probably true.
You know
They
what?
call him
Most billionaires get their money away. He probably paid.
He ain't giving away shit. I don't know why.
I think he burned Twitter to the ground. I think that's pure satisfaction to him.
Nah,
You think it was a business acquisition?
fam, you don't spend $44 billion. And he tried to get out of it. That's the thing. I think he just said, hey, I'll buy Twitter and I'll run it this. And they said, bet. Because he bought it for more than it's fucking worth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's when he just kept, nah. You buying this shit. And they made him buy it. And now it's like, he's like, because he don't fucking know.
I don't think he give a fuck.
You can say you don't spend $44 billion that you don't have. He borrowed it
And now they say
to buy it.
now they say he's reinstating Donald Trump.
Donald Trump is back on Twitter.
He already reinstated Andrew Tate.
Here's the thing with Donald Trump being back on Twitter. I think he said something along the lines of he has his own network, that Truth Social shit. So he doesn't care about being back on Twitter. Which, everyone's, celebrating that shit. But at the same time, well, if y'all cared so much about what he had to say, why the fuck y'all wasn't on Truth? Pumping that up.
It's true. True.
So, yeah, I don't give a fuck that nigga back on Twitter. Shit.
I ain't been on Twitter in like about 10 years.
10 years?
Give a fuck. Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know how to use it.
I was real big on Twitter back in like
2010.
like 2009, 2010. And then it's just like if you don't have enough, people who interact with you on Twitter,
Right.
it becomes one of those things where it's like you just throwing shit at a wall.
That's right.
I would get lost.
Right.
How this interaction go, I can't follow.
Yeah, I'm on there sparingly. So I've done a lot more tweeting this year than I've done any year I've been on Twitter. So
you gotta start a random ass conversation with yourself and shit, man. I hope people charm me.
I just start going to other folks' stuff and then commenting, see what happens from there. But that's still throwing stuff against the wall.
They have some very good educational training videos on Twitter as well. It's a nice resource for videos.
You got it. You got it. Yeah.
So,
You got it. I'll take a look at it.
Speaking of
For
videos,
monetary purposes only for me.
and social media networks, it's fucking TikTok. Oh, I hate TikTok. I'm tired of TikTok. Although it's not a lot, but we getting a lot of interaction on TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok is very
Once I got this whole clip thing down, it's like I'm starting to be able to cut them down a little bit better,
right.
a little faster.
Oh yeah, cause y'all having crazy.
But I'm tired of those.
Damn, I ain't seen this
And check it out. Yeah, he was going in. But check it out. I just found out how to make clips like that on YouTube. So you can make clips, save them, and then you can post those to
The thing with
Instagram
YouTube, you're locked into a 60-second for the shorts.
Yeah.
You either got 15 seconds or 60.
Right.
And our takes seem to, be a little longer than 60 seconds sometimes.
Right.
So it's like I end up having to chop a lot of out of it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
noticed,
saying? In order to either cut it down to 60 or a minute 30 seconds.
You doing it
know
right. Catching on, bucko.
Man, this is what happens when you give old niggas podcasts. We gotta figure some shit out.
Less is more.
Say less is more. Oh man. But back to Donald Trump running for president yet again and announcing his bid for presidency 18 months ahead of when people usually announce their run for presidency.
Start running for the primaries and stuff.
Yeah, it's like a year to 18 months ahead of time. Like it's like fam, like almost like you're trying to avoid something.
Right.
I'm not gonna say they're gonna throw his ass in jail, but avoiding prosecution is one thing. And prison time is another.
Speaking of prison time, I want to talk about that.
Do you think?
Your man, we'll talk about that later. I know who you talking about. We'll talk about that later.
Do you think that he's gonna end up in prison?
Honestly, no.
What's the chances of it?
The odds of him actually going to jail for the multiple crimes that he's actually committed, I say about 5% chance.
Wow.
Think about it. Everybody else that's been attached to is going to jail.
Yeah.
Yes.
So for people to deny the fact that this man is clearly a fucking criminal, it's like, fam, like he stole classified.
I'm still
documents.
on that, right? I'm still on the document part.
He's
Like,
still-
why?
As someone
yeah.
who once held a secret clearance,
I'm confused.
I can tell you, you're not. Let it have been you.
I'd
it have been
I'd
you.
have been dead.
Let it have been you.
I'd have got the death penalty.
No, you wouldn't have got the. I mean, not the death penalty, but you definitely wouldn't be free right now.
Nope.
You know how many documents? Oh no, come get in this cell, player.
And they're where in your basement?
In your basement, unattended, unlocked with
So
no
that shit
locks.
is for Snowden. You don't think Snowden gonna get the death
Oh,
penalty?
Eric Snowden.
No, Snowden ain't coming back to the States. He
No,
ain't
I'm
got
talking
to.
about if he was to ever get caught. I think they'll give him.
I think they did catch him. What do you mean?
No, he
Edward Snowden?
He got asylum. He got
Asylum
asylum.
No, he
In
in
like
Russia.
Russia.
No, he doesn't. The fuck are y'all talking about? They've been caught his ass.
Bro,
he
he,
in
no.
Russia.
Edward Snowden is
Yeah.
not incarcerated.
Fan, he went to some embassy and they snatched his ass up. Was that him or am I thinking about somebody else?
You thinking about Julian Assange?
Oh, okay, I am. Yeah,
Yeah, from WikiLeaks.
I was
That's what
say,
you're thinking
well-
about. No, Snowden is free.
Yeah,
Free
I
for
guess.
He in
Yeah.
Russia, yeah.
Yeah.
If he in Russia, then God bless, because they ain't doing too good right now.
Sheesh.
they thought that shit was gonna be easy.
Thought it was
Ukraine said, "Nah, dog.
Nah, son.
Nah, we ain't going."